Welcome to the Explainer. So, hidden away among the mighty snow-capped mountains of northern Pakistan is, well, it's a truly breathtaking region. I mean, we're talking incredible natural beauty, awe-inspiring peaks, and these gorgeous, deep valleys. But as we're going to discover today, it's also a fragile paradise that is standing right on the brink. Let's just dive right in, shall we? For centuries, CHITRAL has supported life through these lush, fertile valleys and rushing, crystal-clear rivers. It's idyllic, right? But there's this emerging reality taking hold. What we're increasingly seeing are dry hills, cracked soil, and rapidly disappearing vegetation. This historic abundance is literally turning barren right before our eyes. Section 1. Paradise in the North. Section 2. A silent crisis unfolds. So the absolute core of this crisis is soil erosion. Basically, when heavy rains and floods wash away the fertile topsoil, it just leaves behind barren land and incredibly unstable slopes. And listen, in a delicate mountain ecosystem like CHITRAL, losing topsoil on a steep grade isn't just some minor hiccup. No, it's an absolute existential threat. Because when that foundation goes, well, everything built upon it goes with it. Section 3. Forces driving the devastation. Now, it's important to realize it's not just one single issue causing this. It's kind of like a perfect storm. First, we have deforestation, which is removing the exact roots that anchor the earth down. Then, overgrazing is stripping away the protective ground cover. Combine that with changing weather patterns, like really unpredictable heavy rains and rapidly melting glaciers. Honestly, you've got four distinct forces systematically dismantling the structural integrity of the mountains themselves. Section 4. The human cost. Okay, let's trace how this devastation actually plays out on the ground. It's a vicious cycle. First, those weakened slopes give way to frequent landslides and sudden flash floods. And the immediate fallout from that? Roads get completely cut off and homes are heavily damaged. But then it culminates in this massive long-term destruction where farmers lose the very fertile land they absolutely depend on for survival. It really is a systematic, brutal destruction of local infrastructure and livelihoods. Think about what that actually means. Soil erosion threatens food security, livelihoods, and honestly, the future of entire communities. For the people living in CHITRAL, this isn't just science or geology. It is a daily, deeply emotional reality. We're talking about villagers struggling just to collect clean water, farmers staring out at rocky ravines where their crops used to be, and kids trying to build a future on ground that is quite literally collapsing beneath their feet. Which, of course, leads us to the ultimate question here. Can this fragile paradise actually be saved? I know, it's a super daunting thought, but the good news is we are not completely without hope. Section 5, healing the land. Because this damage, it isn't a permanent death sentence. In fact, we're seeing some really highly actionable localized steps taking place right now. For starters, massive tree planting campaigns are getting those vital roots right back into the ground. Then there's a big shift to terraced sustainable farming, which naturally slows down all that water runoff. Plus, locals are out there undertaking the massive physical labor of building these protective stone walls just to hold the earth back. It's honestly community action at its finest, just people working hand in hand to heal their own home. CHITRAL is a fragile treasure, and protecting its soil today means protecting future generations. But, this actually goes way beyond just one valley in northern Pakistan. CHITRAL serves as a real-world blueprint for global environmental conservation. Think about it. If we can figure out how to restore these specific mountains, forests, and rivers, we essentially create a master model for saving fragile ecosystems everywhere. There's a saying taking hold there. Save the soil, save CHITRAL, save our future. What happens in this hidden paradise is really a bellwether for the rest of the planet. So the question I want to leave you with today is this. Will our global communities take note of this silent crisis and step up to protect our Earth's fragile ecosystems before they just wash away forever?